All righty, folks, we are back with the OG, the person that actually started the new investor series, Mr. Kyle Dorn. How you doing, Kyle?
Doing good. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So, Millennial Mike told me the other day we should do a series with new investors. You were obviously original. We did our first discussion back in August. But let's just catch people up. Who is Kyle? What do you do? Where you at? And we'll get into having this conversation.
Yeah, so I started out house hacking, and I think it was 2018 in Montana, living in a tiny house and renting out the main bigger house. Numbers didn't work here. I spent almost 12 months or so trying to get the numbers to work here and realized it was negative returns. So went out of state and went to the market of Michigan, outskirts of Detroit,
Mhm.
and purchased my first single family rental property there in October of 22.
Mhm.
And then I just couldn't get the numbers to quite fit anymore. Just the returns weren't to my likings. They were less than what you can get in a high yield savings account. So anyways, I changed markets to Davenport, Iowa. It was an area that I was driving through. I have a small trucking company, so used to drive through it, twice a week, every week. So started learning that market and purchased my first single family there in June of this year. And then second or another one in that area in July, and then just closed on another one in that area. When was it? October 30th.
Yeah.
So
What
that's kind of
what
what I
I
got going on.
what I remember about your story, and it's really becoming a consistent theme for all of the new real estate investors. And by new, less than 5 years, they've all sacrificed, right? Your story starts again. I don't think people really caught it. So we'll hit it again. In Montana, you bought a two family, right? Two separate structures. You lived in the small house and you rented the bigger unit.
Yep.
Others have been on the channel talking about house hacking, a standard duplex side by side. Uh, Denzel, whose video went live today, sold his house, bought a duplex, right? Like Anna Kelly, who sold her house in Texas and bought a fourplex. The journey to wealth, the journey following one rental at a time. In the beginning, you got to make some sacrifices. You got to make some choices. You got to live below your means so you can stack papers so you can buy in Michigan and then not in Michigan in Davenport, Iowa. So I just want to go back to that beginning.